Which is better, Mishima electric or Bryan? Bro, Mishima an electric. That's just not possible. What is a move that's better than an electric? You know what I mean? What do you guys think? What is a move better than an electric wind god fist? Y'all gonna make me pick this character again. Running giant swing? Nah. This is just this is crazy to me that there are people saying that. And I'm like, the risk, the reward is like a night and day difference. Yes, it has way more range than an electric, than a god fist or whatever. But the risk, this move has a lot more recovery on whiff. It definitely should have even more than it does, but electrics though? That was not an electric. Okay, that's an electric. Now let me actually try to like block. Okay. Yeah, you see that? I could whiff that move, hit the play button, and still get launch punish. Yeah, look at that. Wonder how far can this work? Yeah, look how far it reaches. The electric could just destroy any lingering hurt box that your character has left for him. This is straight up. This is a full launcher, no matter what. Why? How do you guys look at different moves and don't see a reward like that? You know? And this isn't something that's locked behind heat. It's not locked behind an install. It's not locked behind anything except you being able to do it. But it's so easy on this game now. Anyone can do electrics. They made the windows easy. They gave every Mishima a perfect electric input. Just forward, neutral, down plus forward 2. Launcher every single time. No anything required before you do it. It could be, let me pick Devil Jin or Heihachi, Kazuya, Reina, regular Jin. Round 1 fight, you know, you're launched. Congratulations. Oh, you blocked it? +5. Oh, you whipped it? Hard to whiff punish. Yeah, in the actual match, that's what's gonna happen. These Mishimas, they get away with so much stuff because some people dare to try and whiff punish electrics and they're like too late. And you know what happens when you're too late with a punish? There are so many instances where there's a whiffed electric and then the untimed punish, right? A mistimed punish. And the person that does the mistimed punish gets punished. And Mishimas, most of their punishes are knockdowns, right? They punish you, that stuff hurts. And then it's the vortex time. Yeah, it is such an easy to implement meta. I'm talking about like Devil Jin and Kazuya specifically here, because Reina's different. Her knockdowns are like in the lower frames, or the higher frames, you know what I mean. Stuff that's a little bit more punishable, that's when she gets a knockdown. But Devil Jin 112 flash punch, knockdown. Yeah, it's crazy. Like how is there a move better than an electric when there's nothing that stops the player from doing it? Isn't it hard execution? Yeah, it's a little. It's just a little. But if you play Tekken and you practice this game all the time, I've seen even scrappers do electrics consistently. So yeah, it is an always launcher, always plus on block. And you can just throw them out. It can be used in any kind of way. Like Bryan's QCB can be used in any way. This is an approach move. This is a keep out move. If they try to run up, they can get done up, right? Yeah. It can be used defensively and offensively. It's just that the biggest reward is when it's on counter hit. Electric, the reward is when it hits you. And if you block it. Especially if your back is to the wall. Yeah, look at that. If the EWGF, if the Mishima is close enough, this +5, this will make it to where a lot of the sequential pokes are harder to dodge. Like 1-1-2s and stuff. You try to move, you try to attack, you can catch a 1-1-2. I know Bryan's movement is okay. Let me see. He should be able to avoid this stuff. I thought I had him blocking. Oh well. Wow. So what if I try to walk? Okay, you can walk it to the left, but not to the right. Yeah, stuff like this, really important to know. Yeah, now a lot of characters with real good movement can actually step this right here. Like Lily, Alyssa. But oh my goodness, if you're not them, you know. 1-1-2 for free, and then you gotta wake up on whatever mix they decide. So yeah, there's no comparison. There's no other move on the game as good as an electric. If it is, you guys let me know. Like what is the best move? What's a better move than that electric? I think as long as a character has that move, there's no way they can be a bottom tier character or worst on the game or anything crazy like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. Yeah, you said the 10 frame launchers from Law, the 1-1-2, that's counter hit. I'm talking about this is a regular hit. Yeah, electric is regular hit. My goodness, why does it have tracking too? Why does it have any tracking whatsoever? The amount of times I've caught an electric from a Mishima trying to step, like, it's crazy. You have to step this perfectly and hope you can punish it on time. Yeah. Yeah, there is no move better than that. Because it's not locked behind anything. It doesn't require counter hit, doesn't require an install, doesn't require heat. You know, it's nothing better than this. This is something EWGF has at all times. So yeah, I don't think there's a better move. That man said Kings down forward 2. That's like the best poke on the game. I would say the best bid poke is probably Kings down forward 2. Yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Because I know you guys are like, well, you get heat every round, but you run out of heat. Or sometimes you can lose before you even activate your heat. Yeah, all that stuff is just like nuance. You know, it's just a nuance, but there's nothing nuance about the electric. You can just do it with very, like, if there's a low, mid, and high risk, right? What is lower than low? It is one of the lowest risk moves in Tekken history. Electrics are. But the reward is the highest though. And you see, like, these Mishimas, most times, like, their electrics give them in the 90 or 100 damage if it's a wall involved. Yeah, that stuff is crazy to me. It's like folks saying, oh, there are other moves better. Like, well, if you're talking about with heat and all that stuff, that's different. But this move, it doesn't require any of that. Yeah, so to avoid talking around in circles, I'm gonna just say that. That's just my opinion. I don't think there's a move better than an electric. That's just me. You said dirt is lower than low? Yeah, the risk is dirt. Like, what is the risk for doing an electric? You're gonna get whiff punished, right? You duck it, you can launch them, right? Yeah, you have to know that move is coming. You have to really know. It is very difficult. Even the best players in the world don't do it every time. Yeah, and it's so good. The hitbox is so huge on the electrics. There are some moves that have high evasion and electrics hit them, whereas a jab will get crushed, you know. But electrics, nah, if your move isn't a pure high crush, like a literal high crush, electric's gonna win. So yeah, it's a full launch. And if you do the optimal combo, heck, you can even do a regular bread and butter. You can do a regular B&B and it's still gonna be 80 plus open field. But with the wall, you can talk about hundreds and like high 90s. And then if you block it, it's chip damage and they're plus. So it's pretty much still their turn. Yeah, it is crazy. Oh yeah, the speed. The fastest you can get this to come out is in 13 frames. But you see, once you hit the button, electric, it's 11. Yeah, it's crazy. And if, like I said, if you have any limbs out, when this move comes out, your launch punish. You see that? Look at how far that can reach. Yeah. Massive hitbox. Massive hitbox. Massive reward. Very, very minimal risk. Then it has a little tracking on it too. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any comparison with any other move on this game. Then there's some busted moves on this game. Like I said, Bryan, he has some ridiculous moves. Snake Eyes. This move here is really, really silly. Super good move. Not a launcher though. This move here, it's a super move. Yeah, it has full tracking pretty much. Safe on block. Not a launcher though. What else? What else? He's got that. This low here actually breaks walls and stuff. That's cheap, right? That is super cheap. Now, if it's a like a wall explosive or a balcony break or something like that, yeah, that's a super cheap low. It's a launcher, but then it's gonna be scaling. Electrics, scaling, huh? No. Regular launcher, regular combo scaling, which ain't much at all. So yeah, I don't think you guys should be. Who said that? Like, who? Give me a name. Who said that this move is better than an electric? I know it's a move that Bryan shouldn't have. I agree with that notion, but yeah, this move doesn't compare to no electric. Because it requires a counter hit. Electrics just hit you. And Bryan's more open when he whiffs this. But yeah, hopefully that explains it from my perspective, you know. This is just my opinion, Flash XD. I think electric is number one. It's the number one move. Number one move on the game. Yeah, and it's because of those reasons. Just in short, Full launch every time, +5 on block every time. Good tracking, extra fast, 11 frames fast once you hit the button. Super difficult to whiff punish. Can be used offensively and defensively. There's really no wrong time to use electrics. Yeah, there's like small instances, like sometimes it can like the input of the crouch dash before you do it can even go under a jab. Yeah, like what just happened. Yeah, that's just a little thing. That's real inconsistent, but it can happen because of the crouch dash animation. Yeah, it's just a crazy move. It's not locked behind a counter hit. It's not locked behind heat. It's not locked behind an install. It's not a once per round move like the Leroy Pimp Cane. Well, that's once per match. Yeah, I don't know if I said that, but yeah, electric #1. All upside, no real downside at all.